Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins. Today, we're exploring one of the most iconic and valuable coins in the United States. First up, we're diving into one of the last years of the famous Lincoln Wheat Penny, the 1958 D mint mark, large date variety, in stunning red color shade and fine condition. We'll explore the history behind this coin, what makes the large date special, why red color shade matters, and of course, its value in today's market. Let's get started first. A quick overview. The Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted from 1909 to 1958, and 1958 marks its final year of production before the Lincoln Memorial design took over in 1959. This makes 1958 pennies quite significant to collectors. Notice the large date on this coin, a subtle but important detail. In 1958, there were two date styles, the large date and the small date. The large date is the more common and widely collected variety, with digits that are taller and more prominent. The D mint mark means this penny was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major U.S. mints. Denver pennies are popular among collectors, often offering a slightly different mintage and sometimes increased value compared to Philadelphia pennies without mint marks. One of the most prized features on any copper coin is the color. This penny has a beautiful full red color shade, indicating it has retained the original copper luster and hasn't been heavily circulated or oxidized. Red pennies generally command higher prices because they're more visually appealing and rarer in circulation. So what does fine condition mean? In coin grading, fine coins show moderate wear on the high points, but major details like Lincoln's facial features, hair, and the wheat stalks are still clear and well-defined. This grade is a great balance between condition and affordability for collectors. In this grade, you'll see smoothness on Lincoln's cheek and jawline, and some flattening on the wheat ears, but the coin still has a lot of its original charm. The 1958 D large date wheat penny is a common coin, but its place as the last year of the wheat penny series gives it collector interest. Those with full red color and fine condition are especially sought after for their aesthetic appeal. Now, let's talk value. In today's market, a 1958 D large date Lincoln Wheat Penny with full red color shade and fine condition typically sells for around $375 to $400 depending on eye appeal and demand. For comparison, pennies in lower grades or with red-brown color generally sell for less than $1, while coins in very fine or uncirculated condition can command $500 to $600 or more, especially with strong red color. If you want to preserve or increase the value of your pennies, avoid cleaning or polishing them, as this can damage the surface and reduce collector appeal. Instead, store them in protective holders and keep them away from moisture and sunlight. Remember, 1958 was a year of great cultural change in the U.S., from music and fashion to the space race beginnings. This penny connects us to that dynamic era and the end of an iconic coin design. Next up, the 1956 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny with a Denver mint mark featuring the large date variety in fine condition. We'll talk about its historical significance, what the large date means, the importance of the Denver mint mark, what fine condition entails, and most importantly, its value in today's market. Let's get started. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln Wheat Penny, minted from 1909 through 1958, features the beloved profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse. This penny is part of the last few years of the Wheat Penny series before the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959. Here we have the 1956 penny with a large date variety, meaning the numbers are slightly bigger and more prominent compared to the small date version. This is a subtle detail that collectors often seek out. And the D mint mark tells us this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which produced a significant portion of pennies during this era. The large date is simply a design variation from that year, but it holds interest for collectors looking to complete a full set or find specific varieties. Meanwhile, coins from the Denver Mint are well regarded and often sought after because of their slightly different mintage numbers and sometimes better survival rates. So, what does fine condition mean in coin grading? In this grade, the coin shows moderate wear on the high points, but key details are still visible. Lincoln's profile, hair, and coat lapel are worn but clearly defined, and the wheat stalks on the reverse remain distinct, though softened. A fine-grade coin strikes a good balance between wear and detail, making it a popular grade for collectors who want a well-circulated coin that still looks appealing. The 1956 D large date penny is quite common in circulation, but those in fine condition are always in demand for their decent quality and affordability, especially for collectors completing sets. So, what's the value of a 1956 D large date Lincoln wheat penny in fine condition? Currently, these coins generally sell for around 40 cents to $1.50 in today's market. The price depends on the eye appeal and the coin's exact grade. For comparison, pennies in lower grades like good might only be worth a few cents, while those in higher grades like very fine or extremely fine can fetch $2 to $5. Uncirculated examples are much rarer and valued much higher. If you want to keep your coins in good shape, avoid cleaning or polishing them, as this can damage the surface and reduce their collector value. Instead, store them in protective holders and keep them in a dry, stable environment. 1956 was a time of post-war prosperity in America, with cultural shifts and the rise of new technology. This penny, a humble piece of everyday life, connects us to that important decade in history. To wrap it up, the 1956 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, with a D mint mark, large date, in fine condition is a popular and affordable collectible valued today between 40 cents and $1.50. It's a perfect coin for new collectors and those building their wheat penny collections. Next up, we're taking a closer look at a classic piece of American history, the 1935 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, featuring the large date variety, minted in Philadelphia without a mint mark, currently in dirty condition. We'll explore what makes this coin special, what dirty condition really means, and how much this coin is worth in today's market. So if you have old pennies lying around, this one might just catch your eye. Let's dive in. Here it is, the 1935 Lincoln wheat penny. This particular coin is a large date variety, which means the numerals in the date are slightly bigger and more pronounced compared to the small date version. Also, because it lacks a mint mark, we know it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia pennies from this era do not have mint marks, and 1935 was part of the Great Depression era, a time when coins like these circulated widely and tell a story of everyday American life. But what exactly do we mean by dirty condition? Well, many older coins have accumulated years, even decades of dirt, grime, and surface oxidation. This can make details hard to see and affect the overall appeal. Dirty condition coins often look dark, dull, and worn, sometimes with visible corrosion or stains. It's important to remember that cleaning coins improperly can damage their surface and reduce their value. So even if your coin looks dirty, it's often better to leave it as is unless done professionally. The 1935 wheat penny is not considered rare. Millions were minted, but it remains popular among collectors because of its age and historical significance. Even in dirty condition, it's a valuable piece of numismatic history. So, what's the value of a 1935 Lincoln wheat penny, large date, no mint mark, in dirty condition? On today's market, these coins typically sell for 10 to 30 cents. The value depends heavily on the coin's condition, but even dirty pennies hold some collectible value. For comparison, coins in better condition, like fine or very fine grades, can fetch anywhere from $1 to $3, while uncirculated examples can be worth much more, sometimes $15 or higher, depending on eye appeal and collector demand. If you want to protect your coins, store them in a cool, dry place and avoid handling them too much. Use coin holders or albums to keep them safe and prevent further damage. Coins like this 1935 penny give us a tangible link to the past, to the challenges and resilience of the Great Depression era. Each scratch and mark tells a story of a coin passed through countless hands over nearly a century. Next up, we're exploring one of the classic gems from the early 20th century, the 1919 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny, featuring the large date variety and no mint mark, preserved in stunning, extra-fine condition. We'll dive into its history, what makes this coin special, the significance of its large date, and importantly, its value in today's coin market. Ready? Let's get into it. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series was introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday and was minted until 1958. The 1919 coin comes from a fascinating era just after World War I, a period full of change and growth for the United States. Here, you can see the large date clearly. This variety features taller and wider digits compared to the small date version. The lack of a mint mark tells us this penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which was the primary mint producing pennies at that time. Now, what exactly does extra fine mean in coin grading? In this grade, coins show only light wear on the highest points of Lincoln's face, hair, and coat. Most of the fine details, like the lines in Lincoln's hair and the wheat ears on the reverse, are sharp and clearly visible. The coin still has a nice luster, and the surfaces are clean without major scratches or marks. Extra fine sits just above very fine and below almost uncirculated. It's a popular grade for collectors because it offers a great balance between affordability and eye appeal. The 1919 Lincoln Wheat penny isn't extremely rare, but finding one in extra fine condition is definitely more challenging. Most coins from this period show heavier wear due to circulation, making well-preserved examples desirable. So, what's the value of this beautiful 1919 large-date Lincoln Wheat penny in extra fine condition? As of today, such coins typically fetch between $600 and $1,000 on the market, depending on eye appeal and collector demand. For reference, a 1919 penny in fine condition might only be worth a few dollars, while uncirculated or mint state coins can command hundreds or even more, depending on the exact grade and color. If you want to keep your coins looking their best, avoid cleaning them yourself. Instead, store your coins in proper holders and keep them in a stable environment with low humidity. This coin connects us to an important chapter of American history, the post-World War I era, a time of transition and modernization. Holding a 1919 Lincoln Wheat penny is like holding a piece of that story. Next up, the 1940 large date without a mint mark, featuring the famous tick line variety, but in damaged condition. We'll talk about what makes this coin unique, explain the tick line, explore the impact of damage on value, and reveal what it's worth in today's market. Let's get started. Here's the 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny. Large date, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the absence of a mint mark. What sets this coin apart is the tick line, a small sharp die scratch that looks like a tick mark, located near the date or another specific area of the coin. The tick line is actually a die crack or scratch on the coin's die itself, which was then transferred onto the coin during the striking process. This little feature is considered a variety by collectors because it's consistent and identifiable on coins from that specific die. Now, this coin is in damaged condition. Damaged coins show signs of post-mint harm. This can include deep scratches, corrosion, heavy wear, cleaning damage, or even environmental damage. These factors significantly affect the coin's aesthetic appeal and collector value. While die varieties like the tick line can add interest and even a bit of value, damage usually reduces a coin's market price. Serious collectors typically prefer coins with minimal damage. The 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny is quite common, but the tick line variety is a neat collectible that appeals to variety hunters. However, in damaged condition, these coins are mostly of sentimental or educational value rather than high monetary worth. So, what's the value of this 1940 Lincoln Wheat penny with the tick line in damaged condition? Currently, damaged examples typically fetch around 5 to 25 cents in the marketplace. By contrast, cleaner examples without damage but with the tick line can sell for anywhere from $1 to $3, depending on their condition. Mint state examples or coins with exceptional eye appeal can command even more. If you want to protect your coins, avoid cleaning them aggressively and store them properly in holders or albums to prevent damage and preserve their value. Coins like this 1940 penny give us a window into a pivotal era, the dawn of World War II, and a time of great change for America and the world. Each coin holds a story beyond its face value. To summarize, the 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny, large date, no mint mark, featuring the tick line variety, is a cool collectible. In damaged condition, its value is modest, typically between 5 and 25 cents. Still, it's a fascinating piece for variety collectors and history fans alike. Got a 1940 penny with a tick line or other interesting features? Take a closer look, you might have a small treasure. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin collecting insights. Drop your questions or comments below. I love hearing your stories. Thanks for watching and happy collecting.